Concept becomes reality. The new R129 continues the Mercedes-Benz tradition of innovation in automotive engineering, performance, and safety. In this first videotape, we'll look at the engineering behind this extraordinary automobile, and then at the operation of some of its new systems. State-of-the-art engineering and attention to detail are evident when you inspect the new engines in the two R129 models, the 300 SL and the 500 SL. The 300 SL is powered by the M-104 inline six-cylinder. This twin-cam, four-valve per cylinder engine provides both efficiency and high performance. The pistons are oil-cooled to minimize noise, ensure unchanging clearance, and improve lubrication. The 500 SL is powered by the M119 V8 and also employs four-valve per cylinder technology. Anti-knock sensors on both engines listen for signs of pre-ignition and, unlike the other manufacturers' designs, retard ignition timing for each individual cylinder. A compact combustion chamber with a centrally located spark plug promotes optimum combustion for increased performance, economy, and reduced exhaust emissions. Pre-catalysts are not needed, and the exhaust system and catalysts are designed to minimize both back pressure and exhaust emissions. The new KE5 fuel injection system and adjustable intake camshaft timing also contribute to maximum engine efficiency. Unlike most other engines, the intake camshaft's timing can now be adjusted to provide incredible smoothness at idle, as well as optimum power output at mid-range and top end, something that was previously not possible with fixed cam timing. This variable cam timing ensures that the R129 owner will have maximum torque available from the engine from low speed to maximum RPM. The suspension design helps ensure that engine power will be effectively transmitted to a variety of road surfaces. Both the strut-type front suspension and multi-link rear suspension provide an optimum combination of comfort and handling. In order to minimize certain risks previously associated with the convertible design, several innovative safety solutions had to be developed. One example is the automatic roll bar. An automotive first, the roll bar is normally retracted out of sight, where it enhances the convertible's appearance and feel. In an emergency, the roll bar is automatically raised. A signal from the rear suspension, the car's tilt angle on the road surface, or a sufficient impact will deploy the roll bar in 0.3 of a second. The occupant protection system was also engineered to help counter the offset frontal collision, statistically the most frequent type of accident. Forked longitudinal chassis members minimize the effects of a severe force acting on just one side of the front end by dispersing the impact force. Reinforced floor sections give the body greater rigidity and strength. The interaction of various passive safety systems and their combined effect on occupant safety were carefully studied. The safety of pedestrians was also a consideration in the design of the automobile. Research was performed using computer-generated mathematical models. The supplemental restraint system with ETRs and airbags for both driver and passenger offers additional occupant protection. However, since the seatbelt is the primary component for passive safety, it was designed to more easily accommodate the person wearing it. A new integrated seating system provides for electrical adjustment of the belt at the shoulder point. The belt system is fully integrated into the seat and is simultaneously adjusted for height with the headrest. In an accident, The seat itself has to take up the forces acting on the belt, and the seat frame has been designed accordingly. The new integrated seats are engineered with high-strength frames employing a die-cast magnesium alloy. Since the seatbelt is now mounted in the seat itself, it is necessary to ensure that the seat back is locked while driving. Therefore, the position of the seat back is electronically monitored. The seats also feature a wide range of adjustments to suit almost any driving position. The memory system for the seat, steering wheel, and rear view mirrors is both a convenience and a safety enhancement. The memory system stores 3 pre-programmed positions. This is because optimum seating and mirror positioning contribute to relaxed, safe driving. The positions of the seats, steering wheel, exterior mirrors, and the interior mirror are all stored in memory. From its rear compartment, the soft top is raised with hydraulic assistance. The soft top operation is controlled by a microprocessor. The mechanism itself is activated by hydraulic pressure developed with an electric pump located in the trunk well. The lightweight alloy hardtop weighs some 22 pounds less than that of the R107 and can be easily removed by 2 people. In addition to the external multi-point central locking system, the interior compartments are also centrally locked, either with the key or with the new infrared remote control. By pressing the transmitter key, locking or unlocking can be controlled from a distance of up to 19 feet away from the receivers located in the front door handles and the trunk. Pre-production vehicles were subjected to extensive over-the-road testing, which was carried out under a wide variety of conditions. In order to enhance passenger comfort and driver alertness, this new filter was developed. Composed of an electrostatically charged polycarbonate material, it cleans the outside air before it is drawn through the climate control system. Dust, pollen, soot, and smog particles down to 5 microns in diameter will be trapped before they enter the passenger compartment. In addition to safety, performance, and comfort, another essential requirement of the R129 design is quality. At our Bremen production facility, skilled craftsmen employ the most advanced assembly techniques to ensure that critical tolerances are adhered to. The result is a uniformly high standard of vehicle quality. Automated measuring equipment checks to be certain that critical tolerances have been adhered to. After a drive at the factory's test track and final inspection, each R129 is approved for release, marking the end of an odyssey from concept to finished product. The R129 represents an evolution of the Mercedes-Benz SL tradition of performance, safety, and state-of-the-art engineering. Now, let's look at the operation of various systems in the R129 you'll need to be familiar with. In order to help better understand the automobile, this part of the program will present the R129's operation from the driver's point of view. We'll look at the infrared locking system, the interior compartment locking system, the climate control system, hardtop removal and installation, soft top operation, the roll bar, and the automatic transmission. The first thing you'll notice about the R129's central locking system are the keys. In addition to the familiar master, valet, and wallet keys, the R129 comes with 2 infrared transmitters with spring-loaded master key. With the transmitter unit, you can lock or unlock the vehicle, close the windows, and operate the anti-theft alarm by remote control. Simply point to a receiver in either the front door handle or the trunk and press the transmitter button. When locking the car, the red LEDs in the receivers will blink for 3 seconds to indicate the vehicle has been locked. When unlocking, the green LEDs blink. If you don't properly close a door or the trunk lid and then try to lock the car, the LEDs will continue to flash for up to 10 seconds to alert you. Incidentally, since the infrared system works by sending an invisible beam of light to the receiver, it will not work if any object capable of blocking light comes between the transmitter and receiver. The range of the transmitter is about 19 feet. Actual distances will depend on the condition of the batteries, the angle of the transmitter and receiver, and the lighting conditions. If the infrared transmitter won't operate the central locking system, there are 2 easy checks for the service advisor to make prior to turning the problem over to a technician. The first is to check the transmitter's batteries. Holding the transmitter button, you should see this indicator flash once. If necessary, the batteries are replaced by sliding the battery cover off. Be sure to watch the polarity of the batteries you install. The second thing to check is the synchronization of the system. Synchronization is done by simply pointing the transmitter at a receiver, pressing the transmit button, and within 30 seconds either locking or unlocking the door or trunk with the key. The system should now be operational. In addition to operating the central locking system, the infrared transmitter will also arm and disarm the anti-theft alarm and can close the windows when locking the car. Activation of the alarm system is automatic, but closing the windows requires you to hold the transmitter button down for an additional time when locking the vehicle. The windows can also be closed by holding the key over in the lock position. The windows will stop rising as soon as you release the key. Entering the R129, you'll see the interior door locking lever located here. You'll notice this lock and push button for the interior compartment locking system. The interior compartment locking system operates automatically with the regular central locking system and is effective on the instrument panel compartment, the 2 rear storage compartments, and the compartments between the front seats. You have the ability to lock or unlock all these compartments independently of the central locking system by inserting the master key into the lock and turning to the right, center, and then withdrawing the key. You can unlock the compartments by inserting the key and turning to the left, center, and then withdrawing the key. The interior compartment locking system can be made to function independently of the exterior central locking system. This feature is meant to be used when turning the automobile over to a valet, for example. To prevent access, insert the master key, turn to the right, and withdraw the key. Now the compartments stay locked even when either door is opened with the valet key. Now we'll take a look at what you'll need to know in order to remove and install the hardtop. With the transmission in park, set the parking brake and turn the ignition key to position 2. Lower both windows, which by the way now work with a one-touch down switch. Turn the ignition key off and open the doors. Behind the driver's seat is the plug for the heated rear window. Fold the cover back and disconnect the plug. The ignition key is turned to position 2, and within 10 seconds of turning the key, The switch, shaped like a miniature roof, is slid back toward the rear of the vehicle. The control unit will initiate the unlocking process. The indicator in the switch lights and the hardtop is unlocked by hydraulic pressure developed by the pump in the trunk well. Carefully lift the top out of its mounting points at the front and the rear. With the transmission in park and the parking brake set, open the windows, lower the roll bar, turn the key off, and open the doors. Making sure that the rear window cable is properly routed, carefully lower the top so that the rear mounting pins engage, and then the front pins. Before going further, make absolutely sure that the area between the top and the vehicle is clear of any obstructions. To avoid serious injury, do not allow anyone to place their hands on or near the top. Turn the key to position 2. The roof switch will illuminate. When the area is clear, push the switch forward. The top will be pulled down hydraulically and locked. Finally, reconnect the heated rear window cable. Before driving, be sure that the top is properly locked in place. If it is not, the indicator light in the switch will flash and a warning gong will sound. You should know that it is not possible to unlock the top while driving. Another safety feature is that you only have 10 seconds to activate the hardtop switch after turning the ignition key to position 2. If you wait longer than this, the system is deactivated. You then have to switch the key off, back to position 2, and operate the switch within 10 seconds. So be sure the area is clear before even turning the ignition key. If there is a fault in the automatic system, you can lock and unlock the top manually with the special wrench found in the tool pouch. Moving the visors to the side, you'll see the 2 Allen bolts. Fit the hex end of the wrench into the bolt and lock the top down by turning. Next, open the trunk. Remove these access covers, one on the left and one on the right. Insert the open end of the wrench on the fitting and press down to lock the rear of the top on the left and right. To open the soft top, make sure the area is clear. Then turn the ignition key to position 2. Push the roof-shaped switch back and hold it. The side windows and roll bar will be lowered automatically by the control unit. The storage compartment cover raises, the top folds itself in, and the cover closes and locks. Again, always keep hands clear when the top is operating. If you want the windows and roll bar to return to their original position, continue pressing the roof switch back after the top compartment has locked down. To raise the soft top, turn the ignition key to position 2. Push the roof switch forward. The soft top mechanism will stop moving as soon as you release the switch. You can reverse the movement of the top, or in this case, continue closing. If you stop the movement of the top in the middle of a cycle, the mechanism will be locked hydraulically. The mechanism can be unlocked only by switching off the ignition. If the top doesn't engage the mounting points on the windshield frame, the closing operation stops automatically. It will now be necessary for you to guide the top into place. For this purpose, you'll see this molded recess. This is the only place anyone should ever touch the top while it is in operation. After guiding the top into the location on the windshield frame, push the roof switch forward again. By the way, only 5 opening and closing cycles in a row are possible. This is to avoid stress on the electrical and hydraulic systems. The same safety limitations that prevent operation while the vehicle is in motion apply to the soft top as well as the hard top. Also, an audible and visual warning tell you if the top has not locked down properly. If the soft top cannot be closed automatically because of a fault in the system, it can be closed manually with the special wrench found in the tool pouch. First, open the windows and the doors. In order to prevent accidental activation, always remove the ignition key. Next, open the storage compartment cover by inserting the open end of the special wrench at the 2 latch points and turning. Lift the compartment cover to the vertical position. Pull the soft top and support bow out. Position the bow, which is the rear part of the top, upright. And pull the front of the top forward. Lock from the inside by turning the Allen bolt with the hex end of the special wrench. Close the storage compartment cover and lock it down. Then lock the bow down at the rear by opening the trunk, removing the left and right covers, and using the open end of the special wrench to engage the locks. One final point of information on top operation. Because the hydraulic pump draws a considerable amount of electrical current, the top mechanism should not be operated repeatedly within a short period of time. If the roof switch flashes while the top is being operated, battery voltage is low and the engine should be started. In addition to the automatic functioning of the roll bar in an accident situation, it is also possible for you to operate the bar manually with this switch. To raise the bar, simply press the switch at the top. To lower the bar, press the switch at the bottom. For safety reasons, never allow anyone to be near the bar while it is in operation. If there is a fault in the automatic emergency activation system, warning lights in the instrument cluster and in the switch itself will light. Since automatic activation is now questionable, for safety, you should raise the bar manually by pressing the switch, and then have the system checked out to locate the fault. The R129 has a parking lock that prevents the shift lever from being moved when the key is withdrawn from the ignition. Also, you won't be able to remove the key unless the shift lever is placed in the park position. Finally, after starting the engine, you won't be able to move the shift lever until you step on the brake. The R129 uses a new climate control system. You can now obtain a digital readout of the temperature you selected from the wheel. The temperature display can be made to read in either Fahrenheit or Celsius at the touch of a button. When any button is selected, an LED will light to remind you which mode the system is in. Under most conditions, the automatic mode would be used. Its functioning is similar to that of previous climate control systems. The 0 button shuts the system off completely. The recirculating mode prevents outside air from entering the system. Defrost overrides the system and supplies maximum heated air to the windshield and side windows. EC is the economy mode, and the AC compressor is switched off. The rest, or residual heat button, is a new feature. Its purpose is to direct the system to supply heated air to the vehicle's interior for up to 30 minutes after the engine has been switched off. For example, when leaving the car briefly on a cold day. With the key in position 1 or withdrawn from the ignition, simply press the rest button. The climate control system will see to it that when you return, the interior will still be warm. The residual heat will be switched off if you change your mind and press the button again, if the ignition key is in position 2, after 30 minutes of operation, if the engine coolant temperature drops below 40 degrees Celsius, or if battery voltage drops too low. 4 fan speeds can manually be selected, as can the distribution of airflow to the windshield footwells and doors, the footwell and doors only, or air from the center and left and right side vents. The steering column now adjusts vertically as well as horizontally. The position you prefer can be locked into memory along with the seat and rearview mirror positions. Another new feature on the R129 is the speed-dependent windshield wiper control. If you have selected the fast wiper speed and slow down to about 12 miles per hour, the wiper will switch automatically to the next slower speed. If you have selected the slowest speed, the wiper goes to intermittent operation. If you have selected the intermittent position, you'll get a longer interval between sweeps. As soon as the vehicle speed reaches approximately 15 miles per hour, the previously selected speed is resumed. The automatic speed reduction can be overridden manually by switching to another wiper speed. Both exterior and interior rearview mirrors are adjusted with this joystick control. Turn this portion of the switch to the left to adjust the driver's outside rearview mirror, to the center to adjust the interior rearview mirror, and to the right to adjust the right side rearview mirror. The last interior feature we'll look at is the seatbelt and backrest warning. Just as with previous models, the seatbelt light will flash for a few seconds after the engine is started to remind you to fasten your seatbelt. However, because of the R129's integral seating system, a new feature was added. If the warning light does not go out and you hear the audible warning sound, one of the backrests is not properly locked back. The light will go out only when the backrest is correctly positioned. Looking in the trunk, you'll see this auxiliary fuse box. There's also a new switch that turns off the light if the trunk lid will be open for long periods of time. Simply slide the switch to the left. When the trunk lid is closed, the switch will be reset and turn the light on the next time the lid is opened. The last thing we'll point out are the locations of the main fuse box and the auxiliary fuse box. After pulling the release lever, pull this handle straight out. Be careful not to lift the hood by the grill louvers. The main fuse box is here, and the second auxiliary fuse box is here, behind the brake booster. To close the hood, lower it to a height of about 1 foot and let it drop. To avoid denting, don't press down on the hood with your hands. As always, we would appreciate hearing from you. Please, take a moment to fill out the postage-paid card that was included with this video cassette. The second video cassette included in this package will present detailed information on R129 diagnosis and repair.